Good evening. We're going to call the Schaumburg Village Board meeting to order for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Patel.
Present.
Trustee Clare.
Present.
Trustee Sullivan.
Present.
Trustee Bidet is absent. Trustee Bishke is absent. Trustee LaRosa.
Present.
President Daly.
Present. We do have a quorum. I do ask if you have any electronic devices, phones, laptops, whatever, that you please put them on mute, turn them off, whatever necessary in order to allow us to have a quiet meeting. Thank you. Next item is the approval of minutes for the August 26, 2025 meeting. Questions, comments?
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the August 26, 2025.
Pledge of allegiance.
Okay, moving this along. Well, we'll go ahead and finish the, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. My apologies, I skipped the Pledge of Allegiance. Would clerk...
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Now I got
Please
all
rise.
messed up. Thank you very much. Okay.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
My apologies, but moving along a little too fast there. Approval of expenditures. You have a list of expenditures in the amount $3,294,461.78. Any questions, comments?
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion, a second to approve as presented. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Patel.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Bidet is absent. Trustee Bishke is absent. Trustee LaRosa.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next is liquor license request. We have a request from Mr. Himusha Patel, if I pronounce that correctly, for one Class A liquor license for the Secret Kitchen located at 1411 West Schaumburg Road. It's a new business. Please come forward here. Come up to the podium. Give us your name. Pronounce it correctly for me, if you don't mind. Thank you.
So I am the one of the owner.
Oh, okay.
So Himanshu is not available today.
Okay.
He got another appointment, so I'm representing TSK.
Okay, your name?
My name is Tushar Firke.
Okay. All right. And tell us it's a new business, so you're not taking over an existing restaurant.
It's a new business. It's a franchise business.
Okay.
First time opening in the United States.
Okay.
And we have presence back in India.
Okay.
Then we have in Australia, and recently we opened in Canada.
Okay. Interesting name, Secret Kitchen.
The Secret
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Okay, The Secret Kitchen, yes. Okay. So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the food type dishes that you might be serving?
So this is typically the Indian food, right? But more than typical Indian food, it's more going to be, the fusion food, right? Where more than, traditional food that will be enhanced, right? With modern techniques. So where we'll be having the vegetarian foods as well as the non-vegetarian food, where we'll be serving like chicken and the lamb.
Okay. And you plan to open when?
We are planning to open in sometime in October, mid of October.
Okay. Questions, comments from the board?
I can't wait for them to open.
Okay, there you go. All right. Well, hopefully when you open, we do ribbon cutting, so we'll be glad to come there and help you on an opening, do a ribbon cutting and all that. So
Sure.
So from here, you would see the Liquor Commissioner's office, which is located in the Mayor's office upstairs. Fill out the appropriate paperwork, get a background check, and assuming all that's good, then the liquor license will be issued.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're welcome to stay
Thank
or
you,
leave if you want. So, next item is consent agenda. Consent agenda will be read in its entirety, voted on in one motion to approve. If you wish to discuss an item further, please indicate that when the item is read by the village clerk so that it can be removed from the consent agenda and discussed further under committee reports. Otherwise, all items will be approved as presented on the consent agenda in one motion. Will the village clerk please read the consent agenda?
Number 8, liquor licenses. A, the motion would be to approve the request from Mr. Shashin V.S. of Global Brew Tap House for one Class D one-day liquor license for Hops and Props event on Saturday, September 13th, 2025, from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. at the Schaumburg Regional Airport, 905 West Irving Park Road, and waive the fee. 9, transportation. A, the motion would be to approve a waiver of competitive bidding and award a contract for airport security gate modifications at the Schaumburg Regional Airport to Bear Construction Company of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, in the amount of $106,826. B, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance amending Title VII, Chapter 75, Schedule I, no parking anytime, Skywater Drive. C, the motion would be to authorize the village manager and village clerk to approve a lease agreement with Natural Gas Pipeline Company of America, LLC, for the Plum Grove Road bike path and approve the required resolution. Number 10, Zoning Board of Appeals. A, the motion would be to approve a special use for a Type A restaurant and special use for a banquet facility for Amundam, Inc., doing business as Indiana, 1301 American Lane. Number 11, resolutions. A, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-25-052, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to approve a lease agreement with Natural Gas Pipeline Company of America, LLC, for the Plum Grove Road bike path. B, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-25-053, approving and authorizing the execution of documents for the submission of a grant application to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, IDNR, for an OSLAD grant for the 90 North Park District Park. 12, ordinances. The motion would be, A, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 25-083, granting a special use for a Type A restaurant and special use for a banquet facility for Amundam, Inc., doing business as Indiana, 1301 American Lane. B, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 25-084, amending the municipal grocery retailers occupation tax and municipal grocery service occupation tax for the village of Schaumburg. C, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 25-085, amending Title VII, Chapter 75, Schedule I, no parking at any time, Skywater Drive. D, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 25-086, amending ordinance 24-073 with regard to the conditions for granting a site plan approval, special use for a PUD, rezoned from R6 to R6 PUD, building setback variations, preliminary and final plat approval, building height credit for Wise Commons. This concludes the consent agenda.
Thank you. Look for a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as read. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Patel?
Aye.
Trustee Clare?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Madej is absent. Trustee Bischke is absent. Trustee LaRosa?
Aye.
All ayes, no nays, motion carries. Thank you. Committee reports, we have none for this evening. Comments from the public, it's an opportunity to come before us and give us your name, address for the record, and state your business or concerns with items pertinent towards Village of Schaumburg. Okay, we're going to move on. Council report.
No report tonight, Mayor, thank you.
Okay. President's report, I have some appointments I'm going to read. Thank you. And would look for concurrence on. You have the memo regarding these appointments. Bikeways Advisory Committee, it's the appointment of Neil Holdway. Term ends April 30th, 26. Fire Pension Board, the removal of James Walters, effective September 12th, 2025, and the appointment of Fabio Puccini for effective September 13th, 2025, with a term ending April 30th, 27. And then corrections to the Pilot Technical Advisory Board from last meeting has the removal of Josh Kanata as alternate and appointment of Josh Kanata just as a member with a term ending April 30th, 27, and Matt Van Bergen, term ending also April 30th, 27. Septemberfest Committee, term ending April 30th, 26 is Crystal Schuster, reappointment. Any questions, comments? Look for a motion to.
Move to accept the appointments as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. I have a couple other items. Septemberfest. As you're all aware, we recently had Schaumburg Septemberfest, and obviously it was a great event. And I just wanted to say that staff did a great job, and the volunteers in pulling it off and getting it done with the construction that was taking place there. Sounds like they're going to have some decisions to make for next year. It'll be a little different, not probably quite as much construction there as it should. The new building should all be under roof at that point, so parking will be might be more available than what it was now, instead of having to push all the carnival south side of the creek. Maybe be able to keep it all back on the north side. Sounds like there's going to be some consideration for keeping the crafts on the street, which ended up being easier for people to walk and wheelchairs, et cetera, than where it was on the grass. So, of course, safety is always a concern, so they'll be checking on that. But anyway, it was a great festival, and staff did a phenomenal job along with all the volunteers. Rich Washerskin, who is the chairman, I saw him Friday night, and he was all smiles. So during the fest, I can't say he was, but he was all smiles afterwards, so that was great to see that. And that. Are you doing this? Too soon? Mention it? Okay. Okay, so I understand there'll probably be a presentation at a later meeting, but I do want to at least mention that the village did receive a special budget award with a special recognition, GFOA, Distinguished Budget Presentation Award. And this was received for the village's performance measures and strategic goals and strategies that are part of the budget. So not only is it all about numbers, it also talks about, the budget talks about the departments and what their plans are, what their goals are for the year, strategies that they intend to use. Sounds like it might be a little bit more unique for the village compared to other villages, and I know there'll be a special presentation later at another meeting on that, but I did want to mention it now at least that we did receive that. So. The other one is Schaumburg Boomers, who are playing tonight. They have a game tonight and tomorrow night, and I forget what they're in. They're in the second round now of the playoffs. But they received 5 Frontier League awards at the end of the regular season. Anthony Calarico, I think, was named winner of the Morgan Burkhart Award as the Frontier League MVP. The franchise set a record with RBIs with 116, blasting past the previous mark of 100 that was set in 2012. They also led the league with 24 homers and 32 doubles, both franchise records. This is the league's 5th time in the team's the Frontier League organization received year of the organization award for the 5th time in the team's 13th years. They broke the single game record for attendance twice this year. I was at one of them, the first one. They set a record in total attendance also 4 consecutive seasons. The first one was on July 25th for 8,132, of which I attended. And then there was another one, they surpassed that on August 8th for 8,189. That is definitely, capacity crowd at that point. Yeah, a lot of people, so that was good. They also set a record for average attendance in general for the 11th straight year, so they're doing really well. Hitting coach Nick O'Dudo, not sure, was named the Darren Bush Award winner as Coach of the Year. Tim Calderwood was selected as a Robert Ford Award winner for Broadcaster of the Year, and which was the 4th time for that to occur. And he's an Elgin native. Lots of awards they received, and as I mentioned, they made it through the first playoff rounds. They're into the second playoff rounds, and they're playing tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully they win. It's the best of out of 3. Hopefully they win both, and they'll have another championship season. We'll see. So, I think that's all I have. Manager's report.
Good evening. I just have a few items I want to mention for my report. First, Hops and Props is coming up Saturday. Should be a great night. It is officially sold out, but Sid tells me if you show up at the gate, he might be able to sneak you in. So if anyone does not have tickets yet, please make sure you talk to Sid, but it should be a great night. It's always fun, and when the weather's nice, it makes it a great night to be at the airport, so hope to see everybody there. Second, I want to just reinforce President Daley's comments about the success of Septemberfest. Obviously, the Septemberfest committee and the volunteers do a great amount of work during the weekend, but there are also a number of key staff members from village departments that I want to mention this evening and give them some special recognition for their efforts. First and foremost, Tiana Weiler, Director of Cultural Services. Thank you very much for your efforts. Roxanne Benvenuti, our Special Events Coordinator, obviously does a great job all year long, not only organizing the festival, but also wrangling the committee and the volunteers and everything else, so special thanks to her. Marissa Craywick for organizing shuttle buses. I think I was talking to Trustee Claire a couple of weeks ago. I don't know another festival that provides the level of transit service that we do to help people in the community and outside the community to get back and forth. So special thanks to her for organizing that. Tracy Raimondo and Michael Rons in the fire department obviously do a lot of work in advance related to emergency planning around the event. Tracy handles that, and Michael makes sure all the carnival rides are in good order, works to make sure that everything's safe from a fire prevention standpoint, so special thanks to them. Public Works is one of the departments we lean on the most, not only in the ramp up and setup for the event, but activity during the event and then the tear down afterwards. Adam Domek, Bob Mamrot, Justin Brisky, Dave Salazar, all division supervisors over there who did a great job this year. And then Mark Riceavi, you all know Mark is kind of walking point on the new municipal center project, and he was really instrumental in working with the committee and Tiana and everybody else to try and pull back the construction site to the greatest extent we could, and then making sure that accommodations were safe and secure so that we could still do the same level of activities that we have every other year. So special thanks to them. In the police department, Adam Weiss and Todd Bohenik, great job with keeping the event safe, organizing the staffing, providing for the temporary traffic signals, setting up the meridian barriers, all things that help contribute to a safe and secure festival for the patrons that are there. And then finally, Crystal De La Cruz, she's our GIS manager, did a great job helping to develop maps and layout and diagrams and things that really helped in the planning, and then showing everybody in the community where everything was going to be in the new layout. You know, there's an old saying that necessity is the mother of all invention, and I think that's what happened this year with the building project. We were required to make some changes, and I think learned a lot of really good things and plan to try and keep some things that we had to change this year. And I don't think we probably would have been able to try those things but for the project, so it really worked out well. So congratulations to all the departments and those staff members that I mentioned specifically. Appreciate their efforts to make the fest a successful event. And then finally, this is Chief Walter's final village board meeting. I don't know that he'll be back in 2 weeks. He's certainly invited, but I don't think he'll be here. He probably has better things to do. There's a reception on Friday to honor him, but as part of my report this evening, I just wanted to say how much I've appreciated working with Jim over the last 8 years. I think he's done just a fantastic job as chief of the fire department. Coming in from the outside, you always have to win over the troops. And I think he did a really great job of doing that. Helped to improve our service delivery, improved cost recovery, improved our facilities, and then demonstrated that he really cares about our people, improving health and wellness programs in the fire department, making sure that we're taking care of our firefighters and that they're taking care of themselves. And then finally, as I said at the last meeting, developing the next generation of leaders in the department. So Jim, thanks very much for all that you've done, and we'll look forward to saying more about you on Friday. So get ready. And that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. Trustee comments and mentions? Anyone this evening?
It's hard to follow that up.
Yeah, agreed.
All good stuff.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Did you?